Hello my dear friends, I hope you guys are doing great. Last week I had a presentation for students in the US and their families, and one of the students asked me the question how to deal with procrastination. I said usually there are two reasons to why procrastination is happening, and it's important to know the reason because that in itself will work as an answer and solution to the problem. Number one, easily getting distracted. Nowadays, it's hard to not be distracted by things that we can find in our phone. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's email, there's text messages, there's YouTube, and so on and so forth. They all demand our attention, and our curiosity and our interest tends to get us there. So it's hard to filter out those information that bites off chunks from our time in a given day. So sometimes you're scrolling down for some time and all of a sudden you realize that you spend just 45 minutes of scrolling down everything on Instagram. That is distractibility. One way to deal with that is to control those sources of information that is coming your way. In other words, to control the information of Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, or vice versa. What can be helpful is to completely either remove them at the time when you're studying, when you're trying to complete an important project, and then you can use it as a way to reward yourself for all the hard work you did, because of course the reason that you're going there is that there's some sort of reward for your brain, even if that's an information that you're consuming, but it's still some sort of reward for your curiosity, for your interest. So you can use that Instagram after you finish the task as a way to reward yourself. Another way to deal with that is something I mentioned in the presentation, is that if you're a younger person and you're living with your parents, in that case you can use them as a way to control the source of information. This way you're actually giving away your phone to your mother, and then you are asking them to not to give you the phone in the next 1 hour. I don't know how many people will be comfortable with that, but just one solution among many. Number two, that there is the case of fear. You're afraid. You're a perfectionist. You want to do things 100%, and that makes you feel overwhelmed, and you'd rather not to start it. Therefore, you continuously keep yourself busy with other things, and you're not doing the actual job that you're supposed to be doing. How to deal with fear? You directly go and face the fear. Whatever you're afraid of, you go directly and face that. If this project is something that you feel you're a little bit weaker, for example, it's social studies, and you feel you're not very strong in social studies, so any minute that is being wasted is a minus point for that social studies, or it can be. I don't think it's set on stone, but I think it can be. If you do have struggles, that you could have devoted that time towards social studies, but instead, because you're keeping yourself busy and you're afraid not doing your perfect version of how you would like to perform, then in that case, that fear is preventing you from doing the project. As I said, the way is to directly dive into that fear, directly dive into that task that you're going to be working on. And once you work on that task, then you try to give your best, and even you remove all of those things that could be distracting you in the process. So at the end of the task, then you can have a self-talk or dialogue within to boost your self-confidence that, hey, I did my best, even though this was something very overwhelming for me, but I went head on towards it. So therefore, I am proud of the hard work that I did. I'm glad that I invested more time, more energy towards this, regardless of the outcome. In other words, you're becoming your own appreciator, if there is that word, appreciator of your own hard work. So I hope this video helps, and if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please share it in the comment section below and give this video a thumbs up so that I know you found it helpful. Have a great